So Vinny, we've just gone through Tech Day and we've introduced our Veros wireless brand, which is encompassing everything we've got in the portfolio. Maybe it's a good time to say a few words about what that encompasses and how this is an important milestone for us.
Sure, absolutely, yeah. So Veros is our new brand name for our wireless portfolio. It includes, a lot of our technologies: Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, ULE, 802.15.4. But more than the technologies, what Veros represents is kind of underlying themes across the entire portfolio. For example, one of the themes that goes across the whole portfolio is the field-hardened expertise. There's decades and decades of design work and applications work and software experience that goes into the technologies that are part of the Veros portfolio. Secondly, one of the big things is the performance of the product line. The products in the Veros product family are very high performance. They're often kind of leading the market in terms of wireless performance, like throughput and range and coexistence and interoperability. So Veros represents that. It's a high performance family. Third, one of the things Veros represents is the innovation. So even though wireless technologies tend to be very standards based, Wi-Fi 4, Wi-Fi 5, Wi-Fi 6, what Synaptics is doing with the Veros family is layering on innovations on top of the standards. For example, there's a technology we call RSDB, Real Simultaneous Dual Band, which allows you to operate in two Wi-Fi bands simultaneously, which gets you much higher throughput in very high performance applications. The fourth thing that's very important as part of the Veros family is the AI native compute. So with Veros, the wireless connectivity family, it's complementary with our AI processors and processing, which is part of our Astra family. The two families are made to work together seamlessly in that the AI processing that operates on the Wi-Fi signals or the Bluetooth signals can work for a developer as a seamless development experience.
This is highlighted in the dev kits that we enabled earlier in the year.
Yes.
Where those dev kits actually on the back of them for the Mac and the dev kits for Astra have the M.2 card, and that's enabling the Veros portfolio as well.
Exactly, yeah. So the Astra Machina development kits, as you mentioned, they come with the Veros wireless processors attached, and you can actually swap out different Veros processors and different Astra SoCs to get a different processing experience and a different wireless experience very quickly. Very easy for developers to get up and running and to try different products in the portfolio.
So we announced a few new products into the Veros portfolio yesterday.
Yes.
But I think it's important also to let people know that Veros now is everything we've got in the portfolio, right? It's not just these new chips that we just announced yesterday.
Yeah, that's a good point. So we announced two new chips. One is what we call our 4383 triple combo device. The triple meaning that it's an integration of Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and 802.15.4 all integrated into a single device. This is the latest device in our triple combo family. And the second device we announced was a Wi-Fi Bluetooth combo device that supports 2x2 Wi-Fi. So even though both of these devices are Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and in one case the 802.15.4, which supports Thread and Zigbee, Veros as a brand encompasses our entire portfolio, as you mentioned, which includes not only those types of devices, but also ULE, GNSS, GPS, and other technologies, for example, in all of our wireless portfolio.
So the website's updating. We've got some new information that's coming through. I think, is there a message to leave with people on Veros today?
Yeah, absolutely. So, go to synaptics.com. You can see the entire portfolio of Veros products there. And you can get started quickly with the Machina kit, and allows you to develop and evaluate the technologies right away.
So we've talked a lot about AI with our compute platforms, but we've also actually had some AI built in already onto some of our wireless platforms. Maybe it's a good thing to introduce that to people as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the big innovations that we're doing with Veros is using connectivity essentially as a sensor into an AI processor. So traditionally people think about AI processing on video or camera feeds, on audio. But what we're really pioneering is doing AI processing on RF signals. For example, one of the features that we're showing these days is what we call Wi-Fi sensing, which is using the Wi-Fi RF signals in a room to detect if a person is present in a room, and if they're heart is beating, if they're breathing, and so on. So you can do medical monitoring type applications, you can do security applications, you can do a whole range of applications once you think about RF as a sensor. So combining our RF technology along with our AI processing technology, we can do these really innovative sort of applications.
So Wi-Fi sensing gives you the ability to utilize the chips in these IoT devices to be able to sense people by bouncing a signal, almost like sonar for people to basically understand.
Right, yeah.
But the fact that that can transmit through a wall or through a window means if you had a sensor from a security perspective, you could sense somebody with the other side of the pane of glass.
Yeah, exactly. You can sense whether somebody's on the other side of a pane of glass, or you can sense whether it's a somebody and not a some pet. For example, you don't want your security, battery-powered security sensor waking up every time your cat walks through the room, but you do want to,
police.
yeah, call the police when your dog walks through. But you do want it to wake up when there's people in the room, for example. So it can tell people versus pets. It can tell if somebody's in the room or on the other side of the wall, or even out the door, right? If somebody's walking away and leaving the house, that's a good thing for your security system to know.
Excellent. And healthcare, I imagine if somebody's fallen and hasn't got up within a certain amount of time, you could actually show that. So for elderly healthcare.
Yeah, exactly. You could tell if somebody was moving and now they're not moving anymore. And, if they're, as I said, breathing, if their heart rate's going, all sorts of medical monitoring type applications.
Fantastic. Or automotive.
Automotive, yeah. One of the tragic problems is when kids are left in the car unattended. You can sense whether there's a child present in the car and not an adult, and then alert the authorities accordingly, for example. So.
It's great to see we're bringing these years of actually AI innovation that we've been bringing for years across the portfolio,
right,
across everything now, including the Veros.
Yeah, it's one of the unique things that Synaptics can do with our AI expertise and AI processing and our connectivity expertise with RF capabilities, combining these two things in a unique way for these very important applications.